Many people ask, why do the Jewish people demand to have an independent Jewish state? One need only look at the experience of the Jewish people towards the close of our previous independent nation that was brought to an end by our relationship with the Romans. The first Jewish-Roman war, which occurred between 66 to 70 CE, was the result of a number of factors, but fundamentally came down to a clash between Roman and Jewish culture. The religious differences came down to the Roman imperial cult. Basically, they were polytheists, and the Jews refused to practice that religion. And so therefore, the Jews were given a number of exemptions from having to participate in Roman celebrations, and this led to a number of issues. And that was often seen as brought at issue, especially when certain things were done, such as the Romans wishing to bring a sacrifice in Jerusalem. They were often doing it incorrectly and not through the halachic norms of the Jewish people. There was also a lot of corruption in the Roman governors, as the Romans put more and more of their grasp on the kingdom of Judea and the failed Hasmonean kingdom. They engaged in numerous abuses of power. Another issue was the economic hardship and taxation that was initiated by these same Roman governors, and it put a lot of burden on the Jewish people, who were specifically very poor. They often refer to them as the Amei Haaretz. And there also was a strong desire at that time period for the Jews to be independent again. And there were the Sicarii, and there are also what we also refer to as the Zealot groups that were also interested in throwing out the Romans. But most importantly, it was the desecration of the temple in the Second Temple period. That was one of the biggest affronts. And then the clash of the legal and cultural systems. That Roman law and administration were often, even though they felt pragmatic, were often at odds with the ways in which the Jewish people wanted to conduct themselves. And in fact, it culminates in a statement made by one of the Tanaim. He says that one who goes to the Agorohehem, Shel Akum, Shel probably Romi also, is what it violates is Meirim Yad B'Yad Teres Moshe. It's Gemara in Gittin, and we see that there was a huge clash. So when people ask why the Jewish people need an independent state nowadays, simply look at the issues that befell them during the Roman period, and they replay themselves today.